Hi, my name is Kathy. I work for the Greenhills Branch Library. When I'm not at the library, one of the things I do is I run a nonprofit organization called Echobats. We get to go out and teach people how cool bats, the flying mammal, and how cool they are and how important they are. I have a permit from the state of Ohio that allows me to keep a few bats so that I can use them for educational programs. I'm going to show you a bat that's very common in the area. It's a big brown bat. Big brown bats are insectivores. That means that they eat bugs. As a matter of fact, all of the bats that we have in the tri-state area are insectivores. They eat bugs, lots and lots of bugs. Some bats can eat 1,000 mosquito-sized bugs per hour, which makes them our friends. They're the friends of farmers too. A colony of 150 big brown bats like this one can protect farmers from 33 million rootworms each year. Very cool. One of the things that's neat is that we are a lot like bats, more so than you might realize. Bats have 5 fingers on each hand and 5 toes on each foot. I'm going to bring this a little closer and see if you can see she's hanging there by her foot, and you can see the 5 toes. Next, I'm going to stretch out her hand a little bit so that you can see her fingers. Her fingers are inside a wing membrane. So here we go. We're going to open up her hand just a little bit. And there you can see the wing membrane in her fingers. Bats are like people because they are mammals. And some characteristic of mammals that you might already be familiar with is that mammals have hair or fur, which she does, and we do usually. And mammals are warm-blooded. Mammals make milk for their babies. Mammals generally give live birth, meaning they don't lay eggs. There are a few exceptions to that rule. Bats have 2 eyes and 2 ears and a nose just like we do. A lot of people think that bats are blind, but they're not actually blind. They hear more than they see. They rely on their hearing more than they rely on their sight. And they do something called echolocation, which we can't hear with our ears, but if I turn on this machine, it's called an echolocation detector, you might hear those clicks. Those clicks are her echolocating. I'll go ahead and turn that off now. So they use echolocation to, what they do is they make a little sound, and the sound bounces and comes back to them like an echo, and they use that echo to tell how far away things are. They kind of use it to navigate where they are in the world, and they use it to find their food. One thing that I want to make sure that I share with you before we leave here today is that just because you see me holding a bat does not mean that you should go touch a bat. As with any wild animal, if you ever come to a place where you can see a wild animal where they're close enough to you, that animal is most likely sick or injured. And that means that you could accidentally injure it or hurt it, and it could accidentally injure or hurt you. So anytime you find any kind of a wild animal that is acting weird, you want to make sure to go get a grown-up and keep yourself safe and keep the animal safe as well. Before I go, I want to just introduce you to this individual bat. This is Francesca. Francesca was orphaned as a baby and raised by a wildlife rehabilitator. So that's someone who has a permit from the state to take care of wildlife. They can help sick or injured or orphaned wildlife. So Francesca was raised by a wildlife rehabber, and then she came to live with me where we go out and we do bat programs, and she's been a bat ambassador ever since. She's talked to many schools, senior centers, daycare centers. She's been all over the place trying to tell people how cool bats are. And I hope you agree. And if you do agree that bats are super awesome, get your calendar and mark it for April 17th. That is National Bat Appreciation Day. If you want to learn more about bats, please go to the library's website and search their ebook collection. They have lots of books, and please take care of that resource. Please make use of that resource. I'm going to go now. She's getting hungry, and I'm going to go get her some bugs to eat. Have a good day.